Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. So, we're grading NBA teams off seasons, and today we're grading the Lakers and their off season. Now the Lakers, as you know, defending NBA champions, but they've had a surprisingly busy off season. Rob Pelinka, GM, he's done a lot of business over the off season, and Lakers fans, me included, think he's done a lot of good business. So let's get into what he did, what moves he made, and grading. So let's get into the potential lineup for next season anyway, and then we'll get on to all the trades and free agent signings. So this is only a potential lineup. Some people don't agree with this, but your point guard could be Dennis Schroeder, especially after his comments. Shooting guard KCP, small forward obviously LeBron, power forward AD, and your starting center will be Marc Gasol. Now Alex Caruso could be your backup point guard, with Wesley Matthews as your backup shooting guard. You got Kyle Kuzma for small forward, Markieff Morris as power forward, and Montrezl Harrell as your backup center. And to fill out the roster, you got Quinn Cook, Taylor Horton-Tucker, Alfonso McKinney, Jared Dudley, and then Lakers only have 14 spots at the moment with the salary cap. They could get them in the buyout market later on in the year, but for now you can have either Costas, Antetokounmpo, or Kaycock. But I think Costas if you're going to bring in one of them. Now, Laker fans, you could be starting Dennis Schroeder, or another potential lineup you could have is LeBron as your starting point guard, Wesley Matthews as your starting shooting guard, maybe KCP as your small forward, and then AD and either Marc Gasol or Montrezl Harrell. But I think Dennis Schroeder, KCP, LeBron, AD, and Marc Gasol is your most likely starting lineup. Now, they've known in this year's draft, they had the number 28 pick, but they traded that, which we'll get on to in a minute. But start off with their free agent signings. So, the first move they made was a shock move. No one expected this. I remember when this happened first, I was shocked. They signed Clippers free agent center Montrezl Harrell, reigning sixth man of the year, one of the Clippers' most important players, and they got him. He shot 58% from the field last year, averaging 18.6 points per game and 7.1 rebounds a game. Now Montrez, he has his pros and cons. He's as the pros are, he can clearly score off the bench. Sixth man of the year for a reason. He brings a lot of energy, good defense. He's obviously very energetic. He's a very useful player. He can't stretch the cons are he can't stretch the floor. He can't shoot the three. He's only 6'7", so in certain matchups against people like Nikola Jokic or Joel Embiid, he's not the guy for that kind of game. He's not a rim protector obviously with his height, and obviously he can't stretch the floor either. But I think it's still a good pickup, especially for the mid-level exception. Most people thought he'd be getting big contract. Only for $9 million a year for 2 years, great deal. A+ in that. I'm excited to see what he can do. Him and LeBron, see what they can do. What kind of lobs LeBron can throw up to him. Wesley Matthews, they also brought in. They brought him on the biannual exception, which is about $3.6 million. Which for a Danny Green replacement, Danny Green was making $15 million a year. Wesley Matthews about $3 million, 1/5 of the price. Arguably Wesley Matthews is the better player. So this is another unbelievable move from Rob and the boys of the Lakers. So Wesley Matthews, most people think he's an upgrade in Danny Green from last year. He shot 36% from three last year. Wesley Matthews did. He's a good defender, a tenacious defender, so you don't have to worry about that. Now he was only 6'4", and Danny Green was 6'6", so you lose a bit of height, but you're getting good shooting and you're getting good defense. So A+ again. Yeah, great move from Rob. They also brought in Marc Gasol. Now we lost Dwight, as we'll get into in a minute, and JaVale, but Marc Gasol came in. Now Marc Gasol is going to bring his own strengths. He can stretch the floor for us. He shot 38.5% from three last season, so he'll bring a lot for us from that area. He also shot 42% from the field. He's a good passer, a very good passer for a big man. And as I said, he can stretch the floor, make the floor bigger, make it wide. He can shoot from behind the arc, which the Lakers didn't have last year with Dwight and JaVale. So another very good pickup for the Lakers. Now Gasol, he's not as good as a rim protector as he used to be, or as good of a defender as he used to be. They're the cons of this deal. He's getting on a bit 35, 36 now, getting older. But I still think this is a good move for the Lakers. I think they need to manage him during the regular season, make sure he doesn't pick up any injuries, manage him well. But I think come playoff time, he'll bring the goods for us. I think another good move from Rob. Now on to the trade. The first trade they made was Danny Green and the number 28 overall pick for Dennis Schroeder. Now this, I think Montrezl Harrell is the most exciting move we made, but I think Dennis Schroeder is the best move we made. if that makes any sense. Dennis Schroeder, point guard. He said he wants to be a starting point guard. He came second in Sixth Man of the Year last year, only behind Montrezl Harrell. I think he will be starting point guard. I think he'll bring a lot to the team. It's going to be interesting how he fits around LeBron James. LeBron's obviously going to be bringing up the ball up the court, but Schroeder will get his chance. Schroeder, he averaged 18.9 points per game last year, 4 assists, shot 38% from threes, was improving in that, and also 47% from the field and 83% from the free throw line. So he's going to bring a lot. He's improving from the 3-point line, shooting 38% as we saw. A good defender, brings a lot of energy, ball handling, shooting. He'll bring a lot. Kind of like a younger Rajon Rondo. Now he's not as good a passer as Rondo, but I can see a few similarities in it with him. I think it's a playoff time. He's not really an upgrade, I don't think. Yeah, playoff Rondo last year was something different, but Dennis Schroeder will bring a lot to the team nonetheless next year. I think he's going to be a brilliant pickup. Now this trade was, we traded JaVale McGee for Jordan Bell, who we ended up waiving, and Alfonso McKinney of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now we obviously made this one to clear up cap space to bring in Marcus All on that 2-year deal. So JaVale, I think JaVale's going to be a loss, him and Dwight Howard. We brought in Montrez and Marcus All to replace them as our centers, and they bring their own stuff. They bring energy, more mobility, more shooting, stretching the floor, but I think our rim protecting is going to suffer a lot without JaVale and Dwight. Both nearly 7 foot tall, JaVale and Dwight are, and they did a lot for, especially Dwight. We'll get him in a minute anyway. But Jordan Bell had said he was waived straight away, so he won't be with us. But Alfonso McKinney will be. Small forward with the Cleveland Cavaliers last year. Now his stats aren't the best, but I think he'll bring something for 10 minutes a night. He'll be needed though. He'll get game time with the Lakers with this shortened season. He'll get game time. He's another wing defender, bring a bit of height. I think he can offer something. He ain't completely useless. He'll offer something. I think he might be I think he can have a bigger role than some people think. That's just a hot take you could say at the start, before as a prediction for the start of the season. I think Alfonso McKinney will have a bigger role than most people think. Now anyway, who they brought back then? They brought back Markieff Morris from last year's championship winning team. Now Markieff, in the playoffs especially, he was exceptional in the playoffs last year. I saw the playoffs, as a Lake fan, as I always say, I watched the playoffs. Dwight, Rondo were impressed me, but Markieff Morris also did. He brings a lot to the defensive end. He brings height. I think he's 6'8". He can stretch the floor. He can play it. I remember in the Houston Rockets series, he played as a starting center. We played small ball. He can stretch the floor. He can shoot the three. Last year in the playoffs, he shot 42% from the three last year, which is exceptional. So Markieff Morris, and we got him on a veteran minimum contract, which I think is a steal. I think this is a great move. One of the most underrated moves we made this season. Great pickup, great to bring him back. Good for the team, good for the locker room to bring people back. Speaking of locker room, let's bring back Jared Dudley and Quinn Cook. Now these players, especially Dudley, he's just for the locker room really. Dudley, he'll make sure people watch their tape and all that jazz. But Dudley will bring his own things to the team, and I'm happy to see him back. I like Dudley. If you don't like Dudley, something's not right. You gotta love Jared Dudley. And Quinn Cook, we waived him at the start, but we brought him back on a better minimum contract. These are all on better minimum. So is Dudley. Quinn Cook, he brings shooting, another ball handling guard, which we needed. And good to see him back. He's a Laker fan, as we know, so no complaints to see Quinn Cook back on the team. And who we lost then? We lost Avery Bradley, which is a big enough loss, even though he wasn't missing in the bubble, so I got confidence we'll be fine without him. But good luck to Avery. We lost Rajon Rondo, but we got Dennis Schroeder as a replacement, so it softens the blow. Rondo's gone to Atlanta. Best luck to Rajon. He did unbelievable last year in the playoffs, and best of luck. And Dwight Howard redeemed himself by Lakers fans. I'm so happy for Dwight, with all the injuries and stuff he's had in his career ever since he left Orlando. At least he got that championship. No matter, can't take that away from Dwight. I think we'll miss Dwight. I think we'll miss his rebounding, his energy from on and off the court, his his rebounding, as I said, his rim protection, as I might say, and his pick and rolls. He sets hard screens. So and catch those alley oops, you'll miss that. But I think Dwight, he leaves with all the blessings from Lakers fans. Best of luck to you, Dwight, and only wish the best for him. So overall, I think this is a very, very good offseason for the Lakers. They made more moves than most NBA champions do. The roster is now younger. We got a younger team, a hungry team. A lot of winners now, and a lot of people who want to get that ring. People like Dennis Schroeder, Wesley Matthews, Montrezl Harrell. I'm sure Marcus All will want another ring. So it's good to see him back. Oh, also, forgot to say KCP. We'll support him back on a 3-year, $40 million contract. Couldn't forget him. So we got KCP back to the band to keep that locker room chemistry good and keep it together. So overall, almost a flawless off-season for the Lakers. Most of the teams I'm doing now, they've had very good off-seasons. I've started off with good teams anyway. You know, with the Hawks, they had a good off-season. Philly had a good off-season. Houston had a good off-season. But the Lakers are another team, 10 out of 10. I have to give them A+. Not even as a biased Lakers fan, you can say whatever. I think the only negative is losing people like Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee. We do need to replace that guy, those guys. But I'm still going to give this a 10 out of 10. Unbelievable. Rob Pink was aggressive, got the good players. Montrezl Harrell, shock of the off-season, bringing him in from the Clippers as a free agent, obviously. So, unbelievable bit of business. So guys, that's the video. Make sure to like the video, help the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to subscribe if you're new, and turn on notifications because we're going to be uploading every single day until the 25th of December. Without fail, we'll be there. And if any news throughout the day, we'll do a double upload. But anyway guys, that's the video. As I said, like, subscribe, notifications on, and any video I want to see in the future, leave in the comments and we'll get that done for you. And with all that said, I'm out of here.